I jumped out of the back of a pickup and hurt my knee. Most of my weight hit this knee when I landed on it. And I live at a 4th floor walk-up. So it was already hurting before I started to go up the steps. By the time I got to the 4th floor, it was really bad. Then it just got bigger and bigger. And it was like so tight you could see in my pants that it was different. But after weeks and even a couple of months and it wasn't well, I finally gave up and went to the doctor. He said that from feeling of it, and it was still swollen then and there was always heat in it, and he said that he thought the ligaments had been pulled and that there was fluid buildup in my knee, and that's why it was so big, because that fluid was just sitting there. When I had to do anything in particular, like climb my steps, it was throbbing. It was really hurting bad. And that went on day after day. And the way it finally got well, my husband had just heard about Gary Craig and EFT. And to be perfectly honest, I thought it was silly because it seemed so simple and I didn't know how it could work. And so I'm sitting there with tears in my eyes, really in a pity party because my knee's hurting so bad and it's swollen. And my husband says, "Let me tap on it." And I wanted to tap on him, but I won't go there. I just thought he was insensitive and all and that it wouldn't work. One of the reasons that I am so crazy about EFT now is because I was a firm non-believer. And he tapped on me. And in one time it was gone. And I'm like, okay, there's something to this. It didn't hurt any more that night, and it had hurt constantly for a couple of months. But now it wasn't hurting at all. Now the swelling didn't go down immediately. It took a while for that to happen, but it quit hurting immediately. It did not hurt any more that night. It did not hurt any more the whole next day until I climbed the 4 flights of stairs back home. By the time I got to the top of it, it was hurting again. And so I was in another pity party, and I said, "Well, Jack, it's hurting again." And he said, "Well, let me tap on it again." And so he tapped on it again, and it went away that time, and it has never come back. My knee is great. I've jumped out of a pickup since then, a little more carefully, but there's different times when I have to put a lot of pressure on the knee and all, and it hasn't failed me yet, hadn't hurt again yet or anything. So that was my first experience with EFT, and I just think it's wonderful. EFT is just wonderful.
And silly.
It's silly, but it's wonderful, and it works. It works.